Score is sponsored by Blackhawk Bank and Trust, Midwest Complete Construction, Temple Sporting Goods, AdCraft, and Crawford Company.
That's what I did.
Hey, welcome to week 2 of the high school football season and week 2 of the Score. Corey Kuffler, Jenna Miner, Jonah Krell, and we have our guest griller tonight, Kevin Tippett. We're so I'm excited to have you here. You've been wanting to do this, I think, the last 3 or 4 years. You wanted to come over here and you wanted to grill, you wanted to get food and everything.
We always promised me food, but you never delivered.
Well, that's once. We did once. We got you a brat one time.
That is true.
So let me ask you, to be here instead of at a football game or on the sidelines, does it feel different?
I'm trying to decide the stress of like coaching versus the stress of like having to perform and grill and like the judges that. But yeah, it feels way different.
So what do you miss the most?
Probably the relationships, just kids and the coaching staff, being around those guys. Haven't missed the time too much. It's been nice to have a fall that just in 27 years that you're not locked in. But yeah, definitely the people, the kids and our coaches. I mean, those things you miss the most.
You know, being here, you kind of get to see some of the background stuff of what we do on a Friday night. How has that been for you to see this process?
That was really kind of awesome, sitting in the back room and watching your staff work and, you know, having Corey a little stressed out with some scores.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
But that was, you guys are a well-oiled machine. That was impressive.
All right, and now you're in retirement, right? Semi?
Somewhat, not coaching, but yeah, still having to work a little bit, but yeah.
What are you enjoying most about this break now for you?
Just a little bit of freedom. It's funny because you fill in the gaps of the time. I mean, we're building a house, and I get to go watch my youngest son play a little bit. But yeah, just a little more freedom time-wise.
Well, we want to know if you're a good griller before we get into the highlights.
I'm amazing.
Amazing. All right. He wanted to grill burgers. We got the burgers here. We're going to get them on the grill in just a second. But first, let's get to those highlights. And we're going to start with the big one in the Three Rivers. It is Rock Ridge and Princeton. First quarter action. We're going to have Aaron Wheely securing a 35-yard catch from Colin Schweigen. That is a touchdown in a 7-0 Rockets lead. Later on that kickoff, it would be Caleb Caldwell as we wait for that kickoff. There we go. Caleb Caldwell taking it. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown, breaking some tackles, outrunning everyone about 90 yards. 2-point conversion is good. They take an 8-7 lead to the Princeton Tigers. Let's go to the second quarter now. Tigers still leading, but not for long. Liam Steele gets a 29-yard pitch catch. Actually, that's another possession for the Tiger. That's Casey Etheridge. 60 yards on the touchdown. 15-7. Tigers have that lead. Now we're going to the second quarter, and it is Liam Steele catching a pass from Schweigen. Nice little slant pass there. Nobody's guarding him. That's an easy touchdown for him. 15 yards, and it's now a 15-14 ball game. Right before the half, Tigers would have possession. It's Gavin Lanham, the quarterback keeper, and he's going to take it all the way 30 yards for the touchdown. 22-15, Tigers lead at the half. Let's jump to the fourth quarter. It's a 29-22 game for Princeton. But Colin Schweigen says, not for long. He's going to keep it himself, going right through the middle of that defense, up the gut for the touchdown. We're tied at 29. Later in the fourth, same score, about a minute to play. Schweigen again calling ball game on the next one as he gets a touchdown here. That'll seal the deal. Rock Ridge goes on the road. Another impressive win for them. 36-29, the win over Princeton.
The tired was getting to us mentally, and I think the guys really responded in the second half. We didn't see the same team on the field the second half we did the first half, and that's a credit to our guys. The mental toughness showed through, their physical toughness. They fought through the pain, and you could. I think we took a big step forward in that second half.
You know, we just wanted to get the W. I mean, this is a quarterfinal team pretty much every year, so just building off of this, we can go far in the playoffs.
It's a really good experience for all of us because we're kind of young. Like, we had a first starting center up front, and he was first start. And for that to go into playoffs, because this is a big game, it's a really big game. He'll have that under his belt and know what it feels like.
All right, moving on. Let's go to Moline where they open up a brand new turf field, but we'll get to those highlights first. Moline going to Eli Warren, busting to the outside. He's going to go down the sidelines, pushed out of bounds about the 2-yard line. So who's going to get that first touchdown in the new turf field? Well, it's going to be the sophomore, the transfer. That is Connor Ponder with a touchdown. Moline grabs a 7-6 lead at that point. Then on the ensuing kickoff, or actually on the kickoff to open the second half, Eli Warren picks it up about the 10, has a couple nice blocks, gets to the near sidelines. He's going to bring it out to about midfield, but Moline would not be able to score on that drive. Their defense was really good as they would get a sack eventually. Moline pulls off a huge win. They come back and win 21-20 in overtime. And joining us from right down the street is Moline's head coach, Mike Morris. You said you'd come down if you won.
Well, more importantly,
looked shaky for a while.
More importantly, to celebrate your birthday.
Okay.
But yes, obviously, I won. It was shaky for a while. It's cool to see our kids persevere during tough times. You know, that's neat. That's what you asked for.
What was it like playing on that turf and seeing these guys out there flying around?
I mean, the energy and the atmosphere of the field, and obviously the fans and our kids and their kids was just incredible. You know, that's what high school football is all about. And obviously, when you have a special moment and you're doing something pretty cool for the community, more people come out. And I hope we can continue to bring that energy all season long because these kids deserve it, especially with the way they played tonight.
What was it like in that locker room with those kids? How happy and excited were they?
I mean, obviously, you work so hard over the course of a week to fix mistakes and work on better execution and those types of things, to get a big stop at the end, to really just score at the end of the fourth quarter, and then to get that stop in overtime was big. It's something that it's important to our kids. It's important to the kids that played for us previously. Like John Nienhaus is at Army West Point right now. He texts us great
nice.
game after. He's sitting there, stressing on all of it. I mean, it just means a lot. It means a lot to our alumni. It means a lot to our kids. So it's really fun to see them perform in front of our community tonight.
Kevin, you know what he's going through. You opened up a new field last year and everything too, right? So
we opened a new
field.
field.
It's always fun, isn't it?
It's fun, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
So how do you carry this into the Big Six now?
I mean, we just got to keep building on things that we're doing well and correct mistakes. The same thing that we did last week. That's always the big thing, because it doesn't get a whole lot easier.
Sure.
Sycamore is a really, really good football team. They're really disciplined. They're really well coached. Their offense is unique and they're very physical. But there's a lot of that we're going to see here in the next few weeks as well. We go Sterling, then Geneseo right away. Both physical teams, both really well-coached teams. So it's not like you can take a step back and enjoy this for too long. We will tonight, obviously, but then after that, you got to turn the page and understand, hey, we still did some things poorly here. We still had some turnovers that kind of cost us a little bit, and just turn the page and start focusing on the next opponent.
Thanks for coming down.
I love it, man. I love it.
Congrats,
love coming down
Congrats
down the
on the win.
Appreciate it.
Let's get back to those highlights. All right, coming up next, this is United Township, and they're playing Chicago Mushin. They showed up a little bit late, but the Panthers were ready to go no matter what. Isaiah Navarrete taking that handoff, going 25 yards. Big gain for him, and the Panthers say, hey, you got us there. Why don't you go ahead and finish this thing off? Makes a nice little cut here. He's going to go in untouched for a touchdown. Quickly 7-0 for the Panthers. Next time they touch the ball, UT on a screen pass here. Jonathan Drake to Leo Sims. Blockers out in front. You got to like those big guys getting downfield. That's a 30-yard gain down to about the 15-yard line. And then Sims is going to finish this one off. Look at the moves, juking and jiving, getting into the end zone. 14-0 at that point for United Township. Let's check the final score. They cruise. They're now 2-0. 56-0 the final in that one.
All right, let's take a look at Sterling as they host Chicago Urban. It'll be all Warriors in this one. 23-0 in the second quarter. A run pass option here. Brady Berlin hits Vidor Polo for the score. It's 30-zip. Urban Prep with the ball, but not for long. Ball in the air. Cam Gibson says, I want it. The interception. Warriors with the ball back. Let's keep talking about Gibson. He gets the pick and then gets the catch and score from Gavin Tarrock to increase the lead to 37-0 Sterling. The Warrior defense, turnover machine tonight. Vidor Polo in the air, and he is right there again, already scoring tonight. And another pick, Warrior ball, and Sterling just can't stop. Deseo, Ibarra, Castillo gets the pass from Tarrock. Warriors continue to dominate, lead by 47 here before the half. The final score, that's the one, 47-0 Sterling.
Hey, let's go down to Erickson Field, see if Alma can improve to 2-0 on their season. And early on, it was the defense stepping up. That's Kyle Bowden busting through the line to get that tackle for a loss. But Dwight has some really good ball players. Here is a pass by Allman, and their defense is going to be picking that off. That is Asher Cargill with that pick right there, and it would eventually lead to a touchdown as Tyson Walker coming right into your living room for that touchdown. That would make it 7-0 at that point, and then Allman in the second quarter would get their offense going. It's Bowden running this one. Nice 15-yard gain. Takes a pop but picks up the first down. More from the Pioneers as Will Otten-Toms gets to the outside. He's going to pick up 25 yards. Eventually, Allman does score on that drive. Let's check a final in this one. Not to be for the Pioneers tonight, as it's 32-14, Dwight with that win. One more score from the Western Big Six. It is Galesburg beating Limestone 42-25, the final in that game. Hey, we're just getting started here. We have some games that we had to push down. Assumption Geneseo, we're going to get to that one. We're also going to get to Rock Island as they were on the road at Dunlap. We'll get to those games, and Coach, you're going to get some burgers on the grill here. We're going to get going here. We got much more here on week 2 of The Score.
I'm Matthew Bailey from Moline, and on Friday nights, I watch The Score on WQAD.
Welcome back to week 2 of The Score. Coach Skillett has the burgers on. They're sizzling. We're cooking here, and we got plenty of highlights. Let's first start off with that Moline ribbon cutting. As Moline opened up that new field turf, there's the ribbon cutting, a $5 million project. It took all summer to do. They ripped out they're the last of the natural turf in the Metro Quad Cities. They have new field turf. It looks beautiful. Let's hear from the principal and athletic director about this project.
Not only do we have turf surface now for our players and for all our performers, but we have new restroom facilities and a new concession stand. And anyone who's been to Browning Field knows that those things have been around for a long time, and we are welcoming these renovations very, very much. We're very excited about our changes.
We've had months and months of prep to get to this point. I believe they started in early April to get to this process. But tonight is the home first ever varsity football game on turf here at Browning Field.
Iowa City High facing Bettendorf at Tuville Stadium. Let's go to the second half. Iowa City High with the punt. And it's Bettendorf getting some pretty good field position there. Their next drive here, quarterback Connor Davis has the pitch to Jack Wessel. Gets that short completion there. It's like he gets the first down. Now it's Connor Davis again. Sneaks past the defense. Gets into the 20-yard line here. Getting close to moving the chains there. Bettendorf, the offensive line, gives Connor Davis enough time to find an opening here. Passes it to Hayden Morrison for the touchdown. Let's get a look at his final score here as Bettendorf getting the win over Iowa City High 21-7.
Now, let's go to head upstream, Davenport Central and Clinton playing for win number 1. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Clinton in the red zone, but TK Morrison says no, sir. Makes a huge interception for the Blue Devils. But Clinton gets the ball back in the second quarter. Ethan Carpenter with the ball from the 2-yard line is in for the touchdown. Clinton on the board, down 7-6. 3rd and 11 for Central now on the next drive. Pass up for grabs. Jay Dodd, look at this play. Going down to the ground, holds it in for the interception. What a play. Next drive, 3rd and 2 from the 2. Maddox Cooley off the reverse. You like that misdirection, Coach?
That's a hell of a block there by that guard, too.
Nice.
Touchdown, River Kings.
You were the line coach, too, weren't you?
No,
I know those guys.
Clinton gets the win over Central, 26-13.
Hey, let's check in on Davenport North and Clear Creek Amana, high above Brady Street Stadium. I love that. Art Morales doing a little drone work right there. First quarter, it is just outside the 19-yard line. Tay Seals with the ball down to the 12. And then the first play of the second quarter, Conlon Ponton tosses it to Aaron Schlemmy for a touchdown. It's 13-0 at that point. CCA in front. Then on the kickoff, Davenport North fields at about the 5-yard line, looking to gain some yardage here. Moving it out to about the 30-yard line, and eventually they would give it back to CCA in this one. Let's check a final score in this one. It was all CCA. They're a pretty good football team this year. 51-6 is the final. Pleasant Valley making a trip up north to Cedar Falls. Let's check a final there. And Pleasant Valley, a little tough going up there in Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls wins. They have a brand new field and turf field up there as well. 21-14 the final in that one. Well, the grill is hot. If we could take grill cam and see what we got. There we go. We got some burgers going. Man, we're going to have some good food tonight. We're going to be right back with more from the Illinois side, right here on the score.
The Fan of the Night is sponsored by Millwright's Local 2158.
All right, here's our fan of the night. This is something new Molin's doing in between the third and fourth quarters this year. You have a chance to throw it, punt it, and then kick a field goal and win $10,000. Well, this is Eddie Hamilton. Threw it out to midfield, punted it down to the 16. All he's got to do is make this field goal from 36 yards out.
Come on,
Eddie. It is all yours. $10,000, my man. Kick it through the upright.
Oh. Eddie.
Eddie.
So close.
He's a Rock Island grad, plays semi-pro for
Not a
the
soccer
local
player.
football team here. Eddie, you're our fan of the night. Man, so close. Welcome back here to the score. Coach Skillett just reminded me that I'm old, and at least older than him. So I appreciate that. But how are those burgers looking? That's what I want to know.
They're coming along. A little bit longer, but, you know, they're just good. A little seasoning and
Let me ask you, sitting on the sidelines last week watching North Scott, how different was, and actually you weren't in the sidelines because you didn't get wet, you told me you were in the press
sat in
box.
the press box.
That's a smart coach right there. He knew exactly what to do. Did it feel weird watching Tony? And Tony's going to do a great job.
it's different when you're, you know, on a sideline for 27 years. Just the role's different, but it didn't, I mean, they're in great hands. We have a great staff.
Yes.
Our kids are, you know, they're playing hard. Last night felt a lot better watching them. Our kids played their tails off last night, got a big dub.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I mean, it's anything you commit that long, you know, that much effort to, and it's just different, but it felt good. It didn't feel, no regrets on that one, so.
Awesome. Let's get back to the coach speak with Jeremy Adolphson.
This night is about us. This is our field. We go play our game. They got to play through us. Okay? There is no other way to get around us. We're going right at them the entire night. Take it to them in the first quarter. Do not let off the gas until I take you off the field. Let's go get them.
Let's start down in Monmouth as the Titans square off against the Orion Chargers. Both track teams enter the game at 1-0. First quarter, Monroe's driving. Clay Castile with the handoff to Nick Houston. He finds a hole. Guess what? He makes it into the end zone. Titans lead 7-0. Still in the first, Titans piecing together another drive. Orion spoils the fun. The Chargers come up with the fumble and the recovery, and guess what? They make it count. Orion's first play, Cale Filler hands off the ball to Owen Voorhees. He dodges some tackles and scores for Orion. We are all knotted up at 7. Second quarter now, Monroe's answers back. Landon Montroy hitting the ground hard. He pushes past the plane for 6. Titans back on top, and it's Monmouth Roseville getting the victory here. The Titans win 48-28 over Orion.
All right, let's head down Highway 3040 Kewanee for the Boilermakers and Riverdale Rams. Rams already up 39-0, a large part thanks to the defense, which gets a sack right here. That will end the first half. Now let's have the Rams in the second half. Check this out, early second half. Greg Heisen takes a couple tacklers on, and he's going to earn a first down. Then the Rams go to the air, 4th and 20. They go for it. Caden Beckett, acrobatic catch, keeping possession, checking a final. Look at this. Riverdale, they're the real deal this year. They're now 2-0, 54-7 winners.
Rivals Mercer County and Sherrard both looking for their first win. Let's hop to the third quarter. Mercer up 14-6. It's 4th and 5. John Baldwin with the handoff to Mason Gray. Gray breaks out, gets the first down, and plenty more. Some great position for the Golden Eagles. Same drive, 4th and 1 for Merco. They make it happen. Tannen Whitehall gets the pitch and goes around the outside, finds the end zone. Merco up 20-6. Still in the third, Sherrard looking to move the chains. Quinn Zimmerman fakes the handoff, has the short pass to Emery Partlow for the first down. Tigers still driving, but Merco has other plans. Check out this pick from Logan Schruers. Merco gets the win in this one, 28-6 over Sherrard.
All right, let's head to A-Town with a roadie out at Stark County. Thanks to Tim Matson for sending these up from Peoria for us. They're in Wyoming, Gary Johnson Field. Stark County looking to move through the air. Nice little pass out to the flat. That is good for a first down, and we're going to tax them on. We got a little face mask at the end of that play. Stark County still moving the ball, and a little counter play. Bouncing to the outside, picking up another first down. Stark County looking really good in this game. Let's check the final score in this one. This one will go down to the wire. Stark County winning 13-12.
Morrison taking on East Pearl City. Low scoring first half. The Mustangs try to make it interesting. Senior Carson White rips it to Gavin Baker on the side, who doesn't go down without a fight. They run out of time, stay scoreless in the second half. White hits Jacob Banks on a screen here, but it's coming back. There's a hold on the play. The Wildcats warm up on the next drive. Number 22, Draven Zier shrugs a few tackles en route to the 10. He gets the ball back the next play, forces his way into the end zone. They miss the kick, making it 14-0 in the third. Let's take a look at that final score. It's Eastland Pearl City getting the win over Morrison 22-0.
We go out east for Bureau Valley hosting Anawan Weathersfield, and it's the home team on the back foot to start. Titans' Maddox Heitzler takes a punt back for a nice gain up the sideline, and only a few plays later, Heitzler again taking the ball from the backfield all the way to the end zone. Titans up 6-0 with the score. And Anawan keeps their foot on the pedal right here with the kickoff. It's an onside kick, trickeration, bobble, and they recover.
Stocky loves that word.
Yes. Titans grab the ball, dominance on both sides. A&W defense stuffs the Storm's running attack, and this time the Titans all over BV, 49-10 the final.
How about some North Boone Rock Falls, Jonah?
Yeah, Rock Falls, North Boone, first quarter started strong for the Rockets. The D-back Logan Tom uses his speed to get to the quarterback for the sack. Rockets get the ball a few plays later, and running back Philip Griffith Jr. hard running right there, 6-yard pickup. They don't score on the drive and hand it back over. Vikings take advantage and move down the field with a pass to Josiah Howard on the sideline. Tightrope action, and the quarterback Condon hands it off a few plays later for the score. Connor Chamberlain with the touchdown, but North Boone wins 21-14.
And then old Dupec Fulton, look at that steamboat rolling down.
That's awesome. You gotta love the steamboat, Cuff. As we take a look, first quarter, Fulton down 7-0. Braden Myers unloads Mason Bray with the touchdown, 7-7 the score. Ensuing kickoff, Braden Powell taking everybody out, including me, including the camera. But they recover.
No, not you, Jonah. No.
The Steamers recover, and on the drive, 3rd and 10, Myers rolling out, looking. Easton Spooner hauls it in, down to the 2. At 2nd and 1, Myers punches it in for the score. They go up 14-7 right there, but Dupec wins it 34-21 over Fulton.
Let's get to some 8-man football here with Milledgeville taking on an out-of-state team from Wisconsin. Missiles, first drive of the game. It's at the goal line. Spencer Nye takes it to the house. The Missiles stay on the field and go for 2. It's Kyson Francis hitting Connor Johnson for the screen. They take the early 8-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, Connor Johnson on the defensive side now. And guess what? He's making plays on both ends. He gets the pick, takes it back towards midfield. Milledgeville gets the possession again. We can't get enough of Johnson here. It's a Johnson highlight reel. He takes the jet sweep for the house call. They go for it on 2 again. And guess what? They convert. Milledgeville beating Abundant Life 46-20.
All right, we're going to have one more quick break. When we come back, we're going to jump back to the Iowa side and see what those small schools. We're watching the score. Welcome back to the score. Brian Stocky trying to jump in here before it's his turn. He's not running laps like he did last week, so don't worry about that. Let's get back to some of the action in some of those small schools in Illinois, or in Iowa, Mediapolis. That would be taking a handoff here as Parker Holstein that gets the pitch, turns it to the outside before being tackled. And then Keokuk's Mason Clans going all the way down the sidelines. Nobody's going to catch him. A quick 7-0 lead in this one for the Chiefs. Let's check the final score. The Chiefs win it 27-14.
A couple more teams looking for their first win of the season is Tipton and West Liberty. Very first play of the game, Tipton kicking off to Braden Bickford. Guess what? It is a 90-yard kick return.
Ooh.
West Liberty up 7-0 right from the jump. 4th down now. Starts in run formation here. Moves to a punt. It's tipped in. Oakley Cruzy fights back to the opponent's 40-yard line. A 30-yard return. Let's check out that final score. Plus Liberty winning 30-7.
After a win in week 1, Durant is trying to make it 2 in a row as they host Lisbon. Second half, Durant up 14-7. Lisbon in the shotgun. Calvin Atherns of the Wildcats with the tackle for no gain. Now 4th down for the Lions. QB drops back. Broken up in the air. Nice play by Reed Hollenbach. A turnover on down. Still 14-7. Let's get a final score here. We got to check out Durant. And they get the win over Lisbon, 28-14.
Hey, coming up after a quick break, we're going to have those Geneseo Assumption highlights and hear from the winning team. You're watching The Score.
The hit of the night is sponsored by Knox College.
All right, our hit of the night comes from that Sycamore Moline game. Check this out. Sycamore running back tries to go to the top. Moline defense says, I don't think so. The Maroons with a big hit, and that is our hit of the night. Welcome back to The Score. Brian Stocking has now joined us. We're going to get to those highlights first of all between Geneseo and Assumption. Assumption punting, 13-10 first half, blocked by Grant Bromley. Huge play is going to set up the Leafs at the 5-yard line. Next play, Jackson McAvoy. He's going to keep it, darts in, 5-yard touchdown, 20 points for Geneseo. 2 minutes later, after a 3-and-out by the Knights, a big play for the Leafs. That's Kai Weinzierl ripping off 55-yard touchdown. Oh, Dan Pearson all over that one. 26-10 at the half. Third quarter action now. Green Machine driving. They're thinking big. Pass play. Going into the end zone. Yes, Geneseo passing. It's tipped and grabbed by Assumption's Cale Shovlin for a huge pick. Great play by the Knights. The Knights would head the other way on an 80-yard drive. Graham Wood scores on his grandfather's field, 8 yards, cuts it to 26-18, but Assumption has a couple fourth quarter chances. 2 key picks by the Leafs seal it, including this one by Jack Mickley, 26-18. Geneseo with a huge win.
These were, some of the reasons we're scheduling these games non-conference wise is to kind of get ourselves tested and see where we are going into conference play. And a lot of back and forth. It was, like Coach had said, there was several plays there over the course of the game that could have gone either way. And a lot of it just becomes how you respond in those situations. And third quarter, we didn't respond quite as well. Fourth quarter, we did. Made a couple stops, had a good drive there.
Kids could have laid down and folded, and I thought they responded really well. Held Geneseo to 0 points in the second half. I thought we put together a lot of good drives, had a lot of opportunities, had the ball at the end. Just with a couple guys who need a couple more games of experience, I think it'll click and reward us. Our 0-2 record right now is against 2 really good football teams on the Illinois side and the Iowa side. I think we're going to be primed for really big games here at the end of the season.
Big win for Geneseo. Brian Stocking's here. Hit the stats.
All right, Erie Prophetstown defeats Hall 19-7. This is the first time Erie Prophetstown has ever started back-to-back seasons 2-0. Mendota, very game, but they fall to Newman 35-18. Havana defeats United 26-6 in the fourth quarter. Rushville Industry leads Rova Williamsville 33-0. Knoxville with the big win over Lewistown tonight 36-6. Aldrin Hebron knocks off Ridgewood 38-24. West Carroll, their third shutout in the last 10 regular season games. Galva, they beat Peoria Heights 62-12. Galva snaps a 23-game losing streak. Great job, Galva. Wow. Northeast Maquoketa, game goes to the gun. Rebels win 26-20. Wilson's 9-1 in their last 10 regular season road games. They beat Signet and Keota 19-14. Cedar Rapids Jefferson over Muscatine 42-21. Bellevue in a shootout. Comanches Charlie Sager, 435 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. That's a scored stamina if I ever saw it.
Okay.
But Bellevue with the win. Wapello is 2-0 for the first time since 2016. They beat Highland 40-7. Midland over North Sear 25-7, and it's going to be Iowa State 19-13 over Iowa.
If anybody needs an auctioneer, Brian Stocking is available. Hey, let's take a look at that grill. Coach Tippett's got it going on. He's got the burgers, the dogs, and the cheese all going. I can't wait to eat. We'll be right back here on The Score.
Play of the night is sponsored by Midwest Bank.
Our play of the night takes us out to Clinton, 3rd and 11. River Kings looking for a play. It's Jay Dodd. Pobbling, pinballing. He makes the catch coming down with it. Clinton would get the win, 26-13 over Clinton. What a play. What a grab.
Coach, we've been wanting you to come on for a few years now. You came here, you locked in. That's one of the best grills.
Yes.
Take that grill cam. That is one of the best grills I've seen in a long time. You said you're a good griller.
Well, hopefully you can send me a recording of this because my wife probably doesn't believe me. So I need proof and evidence.
Yes.
Take some pictures.
Happy birthday! Oh my goodness.
Happy birthday to you.
It is my birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
I think James felt guilty. I shamed him earlier today,
He
so
did.
I appreciate that.
I totally forgot about his birthday, actually.
Awesome.
I know, I was so worried.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Hey, we want to thank all you guys for watching Week 2 of The Score. Coach Tippett, thanks for being here. James, thanks. Everybody, thank you. Our cast and crew, we really appreciate it. If you missed anything, tune into our 8+ app, and Jen and I will have you covered for Cy-Hawk all day tomorrow. Brian Stocking says the Cy-Hawks are going to win.
The Cyclones, not the Hawkeyes.
He thinks it's going to be 19-13
Yep,
with
4
no
field goals.
touchdowns.
No offensive touchdowns. A pick 6 for Iowa State, a fumble return for Iowa, 2 field goals for Iowa, 4 for Iowa State. They win 19-13.
Mark it down.
All right, so Brian Stocking, that's your prediction?
19-13 Iowa State, and I will be in Ames tomorrow.
You will.
We'll be there too.
With the stockpile.
Make sure to tune in at 10:30. We have the Cy-Hawk Game Day show. Myself and Raina Garcia from Des Moines will do that one, and it should be a lot of fun. So we really appreciate you watching The Score this week. Again, it's only 2 weeks in, 20% of the way done, and I don't know if anybody's going to top you, Coach.
He's the leader.
Bar's pretty low.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Again, thanks for watching. If you missed anything, check out our WQED 8+ app. Thanks, James.
You got it.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, boy.
Happy birthday.